Hi folks, today we're just going to do a little video on the Turnabout Manoeuvre. Now, this manoeuvre does not have to be done in 3 points in the driving test, folks. That's a popular misconception. On the day of your driving test, when you do this manoeuvre, the tester will tell you that you may go over and back more than once if necessary when you're doing the manoeuvre. That means you do not have to do it in 3 points. If you do get it done in 3 points, all well and good. But if you don't panic. Just do the manoeuvre safely, with good observation, and do it competently. Now, let's move on to the video. Now, on the Turnabout Manoeuvre, step 1 is to pull in parallel to the side of the road, and be within 45 centimetres of the side of the road, or 1.5 feet is equal to 45 centimetres roughly as well. Now some people have a little bit of difficulty doing this because they might be too sure of the space they have, but practice this manoeuvre and you should have no problem with it after you practice it a little bit, pulling into the side of the road. Now step 2 of the manoeuvre is that when the road is clear, you've looked up and down the road, look forward and behind, you check your mirrors, you signal right, and you check your blind spot over your right shoulder. Then you drive forward across the road when safe to do so and when no one is coming. Step 3 is after going across the road, some roads are slanted or sloped at both sides of the road, folks, so you will need to apply the handbrake when you cross each cross. After each crossing of the road, you may need to apply the handbrake to keep the car from rolling in the opposite direction to which you want the car to go. Now, when you want to reverse in the driving test, back across the road, look up and down the road, forward and behind, over both shoulders as well, make sure there's nothing behind you, and reverse back across the road when safe to do so when no one is coming. Now, when you're reversing in this manoeuvre, in this turnabout manoeuvre, there's no need to signal left when you reverse, because depending on what way you're turning the wheel, the indicator might go off and you'll only get distracted trying to keep the left indicator on. So just reverse safely back across the road. If anybody comes during the manoeuvre, folks, then they have right of way. So you stop the car, do they want to go by? If they don't, do the next part of the manoeuvre and look again to see if they're still waiting for you. Most people will wait, but some people will get by. They will squeeze by. So if they want to go, let them off and then continue with your manoeuvre. Now, step 4, folks, in the driving test turnabout manoeuvre is to, again, when you're after reversing back across the road, again you look up and down the road before you pull off. A lot of people forget to look up and down the road at this step of the manoeuvre because they see that they're going to get away and they forget to look up and down the road. So don't forget that, lads and ladies. Make sure you look up and down the road before you pull away at the end of the manoeuvre. Now signal right again to move forward across the road and when safe to do so and when no one is coming. You keep going fully turned unless you're asked to pull in again by the driving tester. If you're not fully turned, repeat steps 3 and 4 again. Now, again, you'd have had the handbrake on when you reversed before you pull across the road again, in case you roll back into the curb. Now, some people, you do not want to touch the curb, folks. You get a little fault in the driving test if you touch the curb. If you hit it hard or you go up on top of the curb, you could run into more trouble there. Now, next step. Right, now in the driving test turnabout manoeuvre, or when everyone is practicing it themselves, some people find difficulty with coordinating all the steps of the manoeuvre. For example, some people find it hard to do the steering as the car is moving. Now, for the sake of your tyres, it's better to try and do the steering as the car is moving. You may not get away with turning the steering wheel as the car is stationary, as that is not good for your tyres. Practice makes perfect, folks. So if you're finding this manoeuvre difficult to do, keep practicing it, and I've no doubt you'll perfect it. Now, folks, that's the end of our little video on doing the turnabout manoeuvre. Thanks for viewing our video. If you have any questions or queries, please do comment underneath this video. Okay, underneath this video in the comment section. And if you like the video, please do hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We like to have people join our community here on drivinglessonscork.ie, because we help people along with their learning to drive as best we can. So until next time, folks, see you later.